Okay, y'all, so we got some breaking hot piping tea. So, you know that I was going over the whole debacle situation with Stefon Diggs and the trial that was just wrapped up um, yesterday or Tuesday, and he was acquitted on charges of assault on his female chef. Well, for those that are on this app and are familiar with some of the people on this app, Gorgeous Doll is on here, and she is like a former girlfriend of Future. Well, she is in contact with Chef Mila, and Chef Mila wants to come out and share her story because she felt like the way she was done in court was wrong, and all that. Basically, all you can say about that is that she just didn't have a good lawyer, and the judge did not allow for her text messages to be submitted in court, text messages between her and Stefon Diggs to show that the conversation he stated in the text message that I'm not paying you shit. And remember, that's one of the parts of the lawsuit was that she was suing him for unpaid wages. Well, honey, we got the text messages. We went right on over to her page on Instagram and got the text messages, and it's painting a completely different story. And again, shout out to Cash Doll because she went live tonight and she was actually she's in contact with Mila the chef. She was on the phone with her while we were on live, and she wants to share her story. And so Cash Doll was kind of trying to tell her like you need to do like a story time on TikTok. And you need to also you go live but do a story time because you want it to be an ongoing so people can see and you unfold and unravel your side of the story. But let's get into these text messages real quick. Hey guys, so I came in to interrupt the program because I looked into posting text messages on social media, and there could be a liability with that. You can be sued if you are posting published text messages, being that they may defame a person. Okay, though it's not illegal, it's not a crime to post text messages from someone else's social media account. It could lead to like a civil suit or you could get in trouble for it. And here are some of the things like it could be considered harassment and cyberbullying. It could be considered private information between two people and the other person didn't get the consent. It could be considered defamation if the post is altered or misleading because, I can't prove that it actually was him on the phone, but this is based on what Chef Mila is stating that came off of her phone in her conversation that she posted onto her IG page. So what I will do, I will allow for her messages to be seen, but I'm going to block out what allegedly Stefon Diggs said, but I am going to read the message. Okay. So that's how we'll do it. So let's move on. So everything in the black is what Stefon was texting to Chef Mila. And basically how everything started was the fact that some person named Lindsay claimed that Mila told one of Stefan's baby's mamas that he was having relations with the girl Lindsay. So Lindsay claims that Mila was going around saying that Stefon was messing with one of the other girls that worked in the house. And this is their interaction. So Stefon says, "You upset right now. You need to calm down. At least when you talking to me. Why would I have you come be around someone you don't get along with? You don't GAF about anything, but I do, which is why I'm listening to you. But the ish you saying to me, you acting like I'm wrong. You mad at me saying I believe her. Believe who? My baby moms or Millie? Lindsay didn't send that message, and I'm not here to play blues clues about it. I came to you because the specifics of that matter nobody heard me say but you, nobody else." So she goes on to say, I'm not reading all that message. Y'all could go back and read it yourself, but I just want to move on. So she says, "You told that girl you was effing me. You told me you did. That B knew KJ didn't like me being here. Didn't say none to you. If she ain't send it, that's some ish they made up and sent it to each other because I didn't tell nobody no ish like that. Nothing like that. It's been in blogs that girl had a boy." Now, as far as the girl, she's referring to Stefan Diggs' baby mama who had the baby right before Cardi B had her baby, and that particular young lady had a baby boy. It is not a effing flex effing on you. I don't talk like that, and that be in love with you, and I'm not. She feels a way, not me. Ain't nobody ever came to you and said I was effing you ever. Then Stefan says, yeah, she knew I was effing you way before you ever came to the house. For some reason, I can't see all the messages. I'm going to just post them and let y'all read the rest of them yourself. But this page is interesting because she's going in on him about how all the women are competing for his attention and how she doesn't care about who else is messing with him or sleeping with him. And she says, and yo dumb ass too blind to effing see these bees started imaginary effing race. I asked you, was you effing that bee same day she left? Everyone saw her getting upset with me, but you. I didn't give one F either. Never will. All this time I've known you, now I'm running my mouth. Be effing for real. And then he says, and remember, everything in the blue is Mila and everything in the black is him. You feel like you right. You grown. Stand on whatever it is you feel. I'm not going to go back and forth with your ass. You have a nasty attitude. And then I can't see the rest because of the it's blocking. But let's get to up to the point where he states that he wasn't paying her. But basically, this is just them going back and forth, arguing about the girl accusing her of telling people who he's messing with, and how even though she's in the roster of who he's sleeping with, she don't really care who he's sleeping with. But apparently all the other women do. So this is where she states, "You will paying me out for the season and the money you said you would give me for my business. Wasted my effing time being here because you got a effing circus going on. I'm out of your life and ruining that bee life." And then she puts the fairy thing emoji up there. I guess she was calling him a fairy. Then he states, "I won't be paying you ish. F I look like paying you and paying another chef. Is you high BITCH? Who the F you gotta give you money for your business?" He was saying, why if I got to give you money for your business? I don't got to do a MFing thing. And you can get whoever you want. You got my address. Tell them come take the money. Then F you talking about. And then she said, bet. PUSSY. And he was like, show me I'm a PUSSY. And she said, will do. So basically, like I said, Stefan is running a literal, allegedly, in my opinion, a brothel at his home. And with these text messages between him and Mila the chef, the girl that he just won the lawsuit against, is over all these women. Clearly they had a relationship, and basically throughout this argument she asked him for her money because she was going to exit and leave or whatever, because all the mess that was going on between all the other girlfriends. And he stated in the text message that he was not going to pay her. Now, did he eventually pay her? I don't know. And everybody was saying, like, during the trial, like, oh, she was lying. Yeah, it looked like she was lying because they would not let her submit these text messages into evidence. So she is planning on coming on here to tell her story, and I can't wait to hear the rest.